Hello, we are back. We are here again with the Thrive in Your Mission live stream here, and we're excited that we are back with an exciting new topic today. This week, we are talking about really letting go of who you're becoming and how you evolve in your business as you evolve as a person, right? So, we were just talking a little bit backstage about this idea of just evolution, and when you start your business, you may not be the same person a few years in, or even now. For me, it's been a decade. And so it feels different for me. And I've evolved as I've worked with different types of clients, and I've had my own, personal growth journey. Right. So we're going to touch upon that a little bit because if you're a mission driven entrepreneur like us, I'm sure you can relate to a lot of what we're going to share here today. So before we dive in, my name is Tavia Sharp. I am a image consultant and a personal brand strategist. I help mission-driven leaders to really show up as their authentic self and become that go-to expert that people just know, like who they are and how they show up in the world, right? And that inside and the outside is where Elvira and I really come together. So, Elvira, you want to say hello and
Right.
what you do, and then we'll dive in.
Yeah, awesome. It's great to be here with you as always, Tavia, and so glad that you're tuning in and watching this episode. Yeah, I'm a my team. I put this loving little title of who I am, Chief Miracle Magnet, because basically the work that I do is about really getting into alignment with who you truly are and what you're here to do. And when you do that, when you live in that higher vibration, your authentic self, not your ego self, you get to become a miracle magnet. So I'm literally the first person that was served by this unique way of doing the inner work. And it's based on, the program my team facilitate is based on the system that saved my life, the way. It's called the Love Your Vibe Miracle Mindset. And I literally am the first person served. So that's why I'm Chief Miracle Magnet. It saved my life, my sanity, my marriage, and it helped me to achieve my virtual every dream. And yeah, and that's why I'm here to be able to share that with the world. And I'm the mouthpiece for it. But I have a beautiful, growing global team that facilitate the work. And yeah, so they call me Chief Miracle Magnet. I don't know if I've ever explained that. So there you go. Um, that's me. Yeah.
I love it. I think that's the first time I heard you explain it that way. So I love it, right?
Cool.
And, I think when we're divinely, I guess something is just there, right? This like
Mhm.
download is what Elvira and I call it.
Yeah.
That's like what you're meant to do. And
Yeah.
maybe when you first started your business or your career, whatever journey you're on in life, maybe you didn't have that right away. But as you've been doing the work or doing maybe what you're called to do, right? What we call your
Mhm.
mission, then it comes.
Yes.
And I feel
Yeah.
like that happened to me recently. And
Yeah.
actually, when it first happened, I had this divine download. I was like, not sure how to like accept it, I guess,
Mhm.
because I had been doing things a certain way. And I don't know if anybody's felt like that. You just kind of get in a mode, right? Like a job, right? So your business sometimes becomes like a job. And that's what I felt like it became for me. It
Mm.
became this kind of like thing where I would just do and crank out, and people hired me, right? I'd get clients and then I would do the job, right? That's what it felt like. And I didn't know that until I really knew it, because I felt the burnout and I was like, wait a minute, it's starting to feel familiar. And the
Oh,
familiarity was, oh my gosh, I'm doing the same thing that I did in a full-time job when I worked in
corporate.
corporate.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm doing this again. But it's my business. And that's become the job.
Yeah.
And so I started to feel this like feeling of like, oh my God, I feel this pattern, right? And the burnout started to set in. And that's when I got this download. of this, what I'm supposed to do, except I
Yeah.
wasn't really ready to accept it fully. So I
Yeah.
tested it out. I even had a couple clients go through this, program that I created, just very fast because it was downloaded. And then I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it. So then I didn't trust it. Has anybody felt like this? I mean, and so then I went back to doing things like the job because that's the thing that felt familiar. It's kind of like when you're in a job where you're like you've been doing it for a while, and then you feel that feeling of like, just it's easy. It's a lot of
Yeah.
work. I feel tired, but you know what? The money
It's
comes.
familiar. It's
It's
familiar, right?
familiar,
Yeah.
and it's more scary to take a risk and try something new. And
Yeah.
so, but you feel that stuckness. And so I just kind of went back to what was familiar because you know what?
Mm.
It was easy and,
That's human.
just
That's human.
right. And that's
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
And then I was going through some physical challenges, like just health stuff. And I thought, you know what? Let me just go back to what's familiar. But now I'm ready to step in to
Yay.
the true calling, right? This divine download. So that's what's happening for me.
Oh, so
And
exciting.
yeah, it's exciting, but it's also really interesting, right? How at first we might not accept it, right? We're not
Yeah.
think we're ready for it yet. So we don't fully own the mission.
Yeah.
And so, for me, it was like this transition of like, I have to evolve
Yeah.
personally. I have to evolve in order for my business to evolve. I can't
Exactly.
just evolve the business if I don't step into a different identity, right? And
Yeah.
that's where I've been doing that work around myself of like, well, what does that look like? Who is that? And how do I share that with people who know me as a certain thing, right? A lot of people know me as a stylist, right? This
Yeah.
title that I had given myself because I gave myself that title.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people know me as that. So, but you know what? I have to shift the
Yeah.
title. I have to shift who I am in order for other people to see that I'm not the stylist title
Yeah.
anymore. So that's really what I wanted to share today about this because I'm sure a lot of people can relate, especially if you've been doing your business for quite some time and you're evolving and
Yeah.
you may not know how to shift that evolution as far as like your identity or what that looks like or even a rebrand, like
Yeah.
I'm going through a little bit of that myself, like what is it? And I know Elvira is going through it in a different way but
Hmm.
similar, right? As you're kind of you're stepping up and
Yeah.
evolving
Yeah.
and type of people that you want to serve, right? So it's an interesting thing that you have to shift first before other people can
Of
accept this
course.
new version of who you are becoming in your business. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm so excited for you, Tavia, because I know some really cool stuff is coming up for you, and yeah, it's going to be so cool to witness. Yeah, I totally agree. Like to me, who I was at the beginning of my journey. Like you've been doing it for 10 years. I've been doing it for 15. And when I first started, oh my God, like I don't know how I even got my first client. I mean, I was just yeah, I was a mess. So it's a bit of a longer story, but my first client paid me like $100 a month. It's so sad. But
Yes.
I didn't have the value in myself. Like I didn't see the value because I never helped anybody other than,
Mm.
doing the studies with my fellow students, and we would coach each other, right? That's how I got
Mm-hmm.
certified. But to actually have someone pay for that, like I just, I was just so scared. But now I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to charge because I've done a lot of inner work over the years, and
Yes.
I'm owning my brilliance. I'm owning my shine. I know what I can do for people, and it's beautiful because I'm able to yeah, I mean I'm still going to have bad days, because we're all human. We're all going to doubt ourselves and go into the low vibration moments, but generally I'm living up here. I'm living in miracle magnet zone, right? That's why they call me chief miracle magnet, because I absolutely trust that the divine that created me and all of us has my back. And I know that I'm going to keep up leveling and owning my purpose, my mission, my why, at new levels as I go along. And right now, I think I shared on a previous episode, I'm in this incredible program called Iconic Brand Live, and taking my brand to the highest level to serve the ultra um, high net worth individuals that are living out
Mm-hmm.
of alignment, that refuse to die with their real music still in them, and they can hire me in order to make sure that this doesn't happen, that they die with their real music in them. And so to be able to speak like that, like with so much certainty that I can help these people, and to own that I'm the best in the world at this because of my unique story, right? I was able to become a pro jazz artist at 51. Sadly, the opposite of my dad, who died with his real music in him. Like, my story and my skill set and my heart like make me the best in the world at this, right? This is what Catherine has you do, is create your best in the world statement. And so yeah, so you need support on that journey. You can't do this by yourself. Like, I invested in
Yes.
her program because I had to step into this next level, and how she saw me help me get to my next level. So the importance of
Mhm.
coaches and mentors, right? So I know
Yes.
you're in a program too, Tavia, where you're up leveling your brand. So, we're just sharing this with you guys because we want you to see that, if you're on a mission, you can't stay stagnant and just work at this level. You're a tree, right? If you're not growing, you're dying, right? So
Hmm.
what is it you choose to do to up level your brand so that you can thrive in your mission, right? Because this isn't
Yes.
about just surviving in your mission, it's about thriving. You're either doing this working, like a job, and you're doing this on the side, or you're doing this full time. But our invitation is just to really go deep and trust that, whatever's coming to you, the downloads that Tavia talked about, listen to those things and listen to the whispers of your heart and soul, because they're quieter than the voice of your
Hmm.
head, your ego, right? So listen to the whispers and get into programs, communities, coaches, mentors that can support you. It's not the same as reading a book. A book does not hold you accountable. So you want to be in the right rooms with the right people, right? And be able to take your mission to the highest level, right? Does that make sense, Tavia?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we agree. You have to invest in your growth, and you need the somebody that can support you, the right mentor, the right group of individuals that you're with, even if it's not a one-on-one, then if it's a group program or something, or group mentorship, then having those people that can give you feedback, that can cheer you on, right, that support what you're doing, that get it, right, that, like, because your family might not get it,
No,
let's be
your family
honest.
usually doesn't get it.
They
And
usually
friends
don't.
too, and friends too. Like,
Friends,
yeah,
they might just be people that don't have the same growth mindset, right? There's
exactly.
something wrong with those people. You love
No,
those
no.
people, but they might not be able to support you the right way, and in fact bring you down, because they're like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
This is fluff. Go get a real job," or "What are you talking about?" Right? You have to find the right people that get it. They're
yeah,
all mission driven. That's why we created the Thrive in Your Mission
yeah,
community, because
yeah.
these people get it, right? They're on a similar path, right? And
Yes.
they, oh my gosh, I was in tears the last time we
I
actually
know, it was so
met with our
beautiful.
community, because the things that, and it was all female, although our group is open to
Yeah,
everyone. It happened to be all women on the call that joined us last month, and all of their missions were, I mean, incredible.
yeah,
When I heard them, I was like, what? These are not just like small things. Even if they were, that would have been fine, but they were huge, and they're going to
yeah,
change the planet. And I
yeah.
really got that. I got very connected
Oh,
to what they were sharing, because I thought, wow, this is going to change the world. This is just a
yeah.
fraction
Oh,
of us.
yeah,
Imagine all of us getting together, women, men, everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, how whatever you consider yourself to be, you're accepted in our community, because you have a mission, and we want to have a safe space for you to feel supported, to feel like, yes, you are worthy of following through with this and you can do it. We all have
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you can do mindset. So we would love to have you in the community. Also, we have another live, we have one every month now, a
Yeah.
live virtual meetup where you can
Last
really connect with
day.
other people
Yeah.
that get it. And, so we invite you to come to that. It'll be in 2 weeks. I think the last
I think
Tuesday
it's the
of the
28th.
month,
I think it's the
28th
28th. Yeah.
at 12 p.m.
October
Eastern.
28th.
So definitely join us for that. And
Yeah.
thanks again for tuning in. If you really resonated with this, we'd love to hear your comments. Drop them below, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye,
Bye, guys.
everyone.